Next, from the state capitol, we hear from those supporting legislation to make gay marriage legal in Illinois. This runs about 15 minutes.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bernard Cherkasov. I'm the CEO of Equality Illinois, the state's LGBT equality organization. And what a great day to be here. On January 9th of this year, Illinois aimed to become the 10th state in the country to recognize the freedom to marry of gay and lesbian couples. When Senator Heather Steins and Representative Greg Harris filed the Religious Freedom and Marriage Fairness Act. With strong backing of a majority of Illinoisans, the bill passed the Senate with bipartisan support on Valentine's Day. It passed the House Executive Committee shortly after that, and now it's time for the full House to take it up and pass the marriage bill this session. Since the bill was introduced in Illinois, other states, including Minnesota, Delaware, Rhode Island, have introduced and passed their marriage bills. In fact, a year ago, just 6 states had marriage equality. And just this Monday, New Jersey became the 14th state with the freedom to marry. And now fully 1/3 of Americans live in states with marriage equality. And Illinois, the land of Lincoln, must do what is just, what is right, and pass the marriage bill. That's right. So much has changed since May 31st, when the House adjourned without taking up this measure. For one, the Supreme Court ruled the Defense of Marriage Act is unconstitutional, and now the federal government treats married gay and lesbian couples equally. But because they cannot get married in their own state, tens of thousands of gay and lesbian couples and their children in Illinois do not have access to crucial federal benefits and protections like Social Security survivorship benefits, including joint tax filings, and even the right to be buried next to their military spouse. It is time for the Illinois House to take up and pass the marriage bill. And according to the poll we released just yesterday, a clear, unequivocal majority of Illinoisans, by a 12-point margin, support marriage rights for gay and lesbian couples. And some of the most notable majorities include women, African Americans, Latino, and Catholic voters. With these numbers, there's no excuse left why lawmakers should not take up and pass the marriage bill. And now is the right time to do it. So I am extremely grateful to the political leaders who have joined us here today as champions of marriage equality. They include Governor Pat Quinn, U.S. Senator Dick Durbin, Attorney General Lisa Madigan, Comptroller Judy Bar-Topinka, Senate President John Cullerton, State Senators Heather Stein, Daniel Biss, Dave Kaler, Melinda Bush, and Julie Morrison. State Representatives Greg Harris, the chief sponsor of the bill, Representatives Ken Duncan, Sam Yingling, Mike Smitty, and Christian Mitchell. And first, to say a few words, we're going to ask Governor Pat Quinn to speak.
Fellow citizens of Illinois, the time for marriage equality has come. This is our hour. This is our moment. We have a chance right now in the House of Representatives of the people of Illinois, right here in our state capitol, to pass the most important civil rights measure of our time. Marriage equality has already passed the Illinois Senate. I am prepared to sign the marriage equality bill into law as soon as the House of Representatives passes it. Equal rights are not a partisan issue. Right. We need Democrats, we need Republicans, we need everyone to come together in the best traditions of Abraham Lincoln's democracy, government of the people. Within a short period of time, we will have the 150th anniversary of the Gettysburg Address that Abraham Lincoln from Springfield, Illinois, our president, he uttered those words back in 1862 in the Gettysburg Address, where he talked about government of the people and by the people and for the people. It shall not perish from this earth. And our job as the people is to pass the marriage equality bill, make it a law, and make the will of people law of the land. Thank you.
U.S. Senator Dick Durbin.
I guess there are some who question whether anyone can come from Washington and give advice in a state capital. But I will tell you, here in my hometown of Springfield, it is great to be here in Springfield. It's great to be anywhere other than Washington, D.C. today. And the reason I wanted to be here is because I wanted to witness this historic moment. This is our time. This is our opportunity to end discrimination in our state against gay and lesbian couples. It is time. It is time for us to remember, in this land of Lincoln, that we have made it our purpose to end discrimination. Now, the Illinois House of Representatives has that chance. We are calling on them. Reject the voices of division and intolerance. Accept the common purpose that we all have, to respect one another. That is what this is about, the respect of our fellow human beings. I urge my friends in the House of Representatives to join the leadership of the Illinois State Senate and to give Governor Quinn that opportunity to sign into law the declaration that Illinois will be the 15th state with the District of Columbia to make marriage equality the law in Illinois. Thank you.
Attorney General Lisa Madigan.
Thank you. Over 15 years ago, when I first ran for public office, I was asked a very simple question. Did I support marriage equality? And at that time, and continuing on, my answer has remained the same. Yes, I support marriage equality for people in the state of Illinois. And so I joined a fight that many of you have been involved in for years to assure that all people in our state, regardless of their gender, regardless of their sexual orientation, have equal rights under our law. And so we have worked together to amend the Illinois Human Rights Act. We have worked together to put in place civil unions, and now we have continued to work together to assure that marriage equality is available for gay and lesbian couples in the state of Illinois. We have seen over the years people in other states vote for referenda allowing marriage equality. We have seen state courts and federal courts strike down as unconstitutional bans on same-sex marriage. And we have seen state legislatures across our country vote for marriage equality. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that marriage equality is just that. It is about equality. It is about fairness. It is about respect. It is about families. It is about love. It is about time that the Illinois House of Representatives passes marriage equality. Thank you.
I also want to recognize that we have Senator Toy Hutchinson and Representative Tony Berrios with us as well. And next to speak, please welcome Madam Comptroller Judy Bartopinka.
Well, thank you. I was here to be able to vote for the Equal Rights Amendment, and sadly we did not move on that. Let's not make the same mistake now. It is time to make marriage equality the law of the state of Illinois, as well as we should make it the law of the United States. I mean, we are all one. We are a country that lives by the law. Why should we deny equal rights and under the law in such a way as we discriminate against people and marginalize them as if they were not part of us? This is something that should not be a Republican or a Democratic issue, any kind of an issue. This belongs to the people of the state of Illinois, to the human race, if you will. And so we should take each other in a respectful fashion and live under the law for all. No discrimination, none. And it's time we made this happen. As far as I'm concerned, and I'm a Republican because I believe in small government. Government has no business telling people they can't marry when they want to marry, right? So I'm asking my colleagues and members of my party to come along as well, because it is time we make this the law of Illinois and not be left behind as other states go forward and do the right thing. This is where history is going. Let's be a part of it. God bless you all.
Senate President John Cullerton.
I'll be very brief. The Illinois Senate passed this bill on Valentine's Day. Under the leadership of Senator Staines, we got 34 votes. And if we have to, we'll pass it again. I just call upon the Illinois House to follow the Senate's lead. Thank you.
Senator Heather Staines.
We got Senate Bill number 10 because we wanted to be the 10th state that passed it. Let's at least now be the 15th state and not waste any more time. Please, let's pass it in the House. We need to make sure now that with the federal DOMA overturned, that everybody here can benefit the same way equally under all of our federal laws. Thank you very much for showing your support here today. It's really important that you're here, letting everyone know how important it is. Thank you.
And let's hear from the chief sponsor of the bill in the House, Representative Greg Harris.
Ladies and gentlemen, across the state capitol today, in the grounds of the state capitol today, across the state of Illinois today, and in fact across our nation today, all eyes are upon the Illinois House of Representatives. The U.S. Constitution talks about extending the blessings of liberty to ourselves and to our posterity. And that journey toward freedom, toward fairness, toward equal treatment for all citizens has been a long and difficult one for these United States, and it's a journey that continues. And with each step, America has become a better place, a more fair place, and a more equal place. And now it is our job. It is our job in the House of Representatives, and I call upon my colleagues to do the right thing to answer the voices of history, to follow in the footsteps of those of us who have gone before and extend the benefits of liberty to all citizens of Illinois, to all families, to strengthen our communities, to strengthen our state, to provide stability across our state from north to south. Because, ladies and gentlemen, passing marriage equality and respecting the rights of all families is the right thing for us to do. We need to step up and we need to do the right thing. Thank you.
Representative Ken Duncan.
All right, are you all fired up? Are you excited? All right. All the votes. All the votes. Right now. Can you imagine living in a country 50 years ago, 40 years ago, when there was gross and open discrimination for those who could live in a certain neighborhood, for those who can attend a certain school, for those to be able to eat in a particular restaurant? Can you imagine living in a place where whoever you decided to love and marry was against the law if you were black, if you were white? Can you imagine that? Our country, our progressive country of the United States of America, discriminating against its own citizens? That was a real part of our history. This here issue, to me, is about nothing more than love. Can you all say love? This is about love. So if you don't like yourself, you can't love anybody else. So what in the hell is wrong with two men, two women being able to marry each other legally because they what each other? They love each other. So I'm gonna do all that I can as a senior member here in this House, as an excited person to be a chief co-sponsor amongst my other colleagues and friends here. And I'm going to encourage my colleagues, as I'm going to encourage you to talk to those of us who you don't see up here, to do the right thing and to celebrate Senate Bill 10 and its entire epitome of love. Thank you all. Senate Bill 10, vote aye.
And Representative Christian Mitchell.
I am honored to stand with all of you today for an idea whose time has come. This is a very simple issue to me. This is about civil rights. This is about civil rights in a democratic society where government should not be in the business of discriminating against its citizens. And now is the time. And for anyone who thinks this bill may not affect them, I would just remind them that discrimination anywhere is a threat to equality everywhere. Thank you all.
It is just time for the Illinois House of Representatives to call the marriage bill and pass it. Thank you very much, everyone.
You're watching the Illinois Channel, an independent nonprofit corporation formed to provide gavel-to-gavel coverage of Illinois state government and other public affairs events taking place across Illinois.